So we're stationed here at Marby Airfield.
Hmm.
The UN company was coming to us, but they got ambushed just here at Chawari.
Okay.
So they radioed us and asked if we can come and help because they
Okay.
are overwhelmed. And then once we've cleaned that out, there's an important person that we need to evacuate back to the airbase. And then after that, we can then go in and clean out the town, retake the town basically.
Okay, so first one is to rescue an HVT from the ambush site.
That is correct, yeah. We're also going to help them fight the ambush.
Okay, yeah, obviously win the fight first, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And then extract you back to the FARP, and then we are to clear out the Al-Qaeda captured town.
That is correct, yes.
Okay.
This whole area is pretty level ground.
Yeah, I can see.
Very small hills. So yeah.
Okay, so what we'll do is we will mount up on the two Humvees, on two of the Humvees. Two will man the driver and gunner positions with myself. One will be the dismount element. I think what we will do. Can I draw on? Yeah.
Yeah, so I think probably should be kind of convoy SOP. It's nice to say, basically like you saw it from my mission, from my planning on Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh no, you missed it. Sorry, you didn't.
No, I didn't. But I'm thinking of going in this way. You can see my marker.
Yeah. The lines.
Yeah, following this road, so we can sort of get onto the flank of the ambushing forces.
Looking at the terrain, there's like a slight wadi just alongside the road as well. Just something to be aware of the shape of the terrain in terms of potential cover for us when we arrive.
Yeah, so treat this as like a guideline. We don't have to be exactly on it. But the idea is that we attack them from this direction. We can't really get in behind them. We don't know what the reinforcement is here, and we don't want to shoot onto our friendlies there.
It would be more ideal to hit them in the flank anyway if they're in a line formation.
Yeah. So I think best is if we drive convoy up to about what that distance is, probably around this intersection here. That's right. Up to this point. What do you call this again, Phoenix? It's not a former point. It's a rally point.
Just draw it. Like you can't see a point. Draw it.
I put down an RP1.
Okay, so I mean, is it the last rally point before an attack or something? Or
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
It's called ORP, Objective Rally Point.
Ah, that's what I'm looking for. I had 2 of the 3 letters there. But as we go up, we'll keep an eye out. If we obviously spot them or make contact before that, we will go into the attack. Otherwise, we'll get into this position, see if we can see them, and then attack these forces. Rescue our guy, and then either drive or exfil the helo. Ghost Rider, I want you to take off and get into a minimum 800 meters above ground level orbit. Use your Mark 1 eyeball just to scout and see if you spot anything coming up to us. What's our time of day here?
7 o'clock in the morning.
7 o'clock in the
7
morning.
a.m. Okay, sorry, I didn't see that. Oh yeah, sorry, it's on the top right. Right, so it's daylight conditions. So just use your eyes to keep a lookout for any forces advancing on us or QRFs or anything like that. I think that's pretty much it. Any questions?
Yeah, so what I was going to say earlier about the convoys, see a good standard practice is to like write down the structure of the vehicle, like Victor 1, Humvee, M2 Browning,
Okay.
1-1, and then 1-2, whatever. Now, actually, it's, I believe, like I said, 1-2, and you are occupying both vehicles.
Yeah.
But anyway, you don't have to necessarily. I think if it was small enough, you don't have to necessarily do that.
Okay.
What
Yeah.
is? Sorry, do you want to take the Humvee? Like, sorry, the medical Humvee is just M2 Humvees.
I think you can. Are you 5, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can take the medical Humvee. So with 3 vehicles.
User
So Vic
entered your
1
channel.
and 2 will be manned by myself and Dragon 2 on the driver and gunner slots. Dragon 1 will be in both vehicles, split Alpha and Bravo as the dismount element. Dragon 5 in the medical Humvee, Ghost Rider in orbit. What else?
I wonder if it violates the Geneva Convention to deliberately drive a medical vehicle into an engagement.
No.
Okay. I mean, you can argue. Other people can argue that you're using it as a human shield or some vehicle or something. They can't shoot.
You can basically drive it into the worst kind of fire because you're supposed to get people. What will be a good question is what happens if you use the medical Humvee to drive another medical Humvee off the road?
Sure, yeah.
Just one question for you.
Yeah, but the medical Humvee is then used as a human shield. So then you can like drive between the enemy and you, and then legally the enemy can't shoot at you anymore. So you can end.
Well, if you're doing it to exfil friendlies, then
what if you're not?
Then it's fine.
No.
Yeah, it comes really great.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, yeah. Anyway,
yeah,
Xella, yeah.
Won't ORP1 be too close to the town that you might get spotted by them and trigger?
It might be. That's why I said we will just as we drive up, keep an eye open.
What would be ORP2 if there is such a thing?
No, there's no ORP2. There's probably much ORP1, and then as soon as we see them, we start engaging them. Remember, we're QRF, so there's already a battle going on here. So we are moving on to this flank. This is not a slow route clearing operation. We are responding as a QRF onto this force here.
And then I'm seeing the default as per SOP is pushed through.
Yeah, sorry, its default is pushed through unless possible, or unless we spot them like ahead of us. But if we take contact, we push through, regardless of damage or losses. So push through and fight back in and rescue people. Obviously, ideally, we don't want to drive onto these people. We want to get out the airbase, start making our movement on here. If we see it's possible to use the wadi for cover, we can use that. But we'll play it by ear as we drive, and then as soon as we get a fix on these people, we start engaging. We can then either plan exactly how we want to move on them or start engaging immediately. I suspect we'll start taking cover as soon as we see them anyway, or start taking fire. Any other questions? Going, gone. Like, okay. Sultan, let's go.
Someone died.
Yeah. Back here up.
Want to get up?
84 now.
Yeah, let's do 84s for the rifleman.
So day or night mission, guys?
Day.
Can you see?
I haven't really checked the outside.
It's 7 a.m. man.
Okay. Wasn't sure at the time. Trying to get connected. I think our internet company found out today that we'll be going fiber, so they're being spiteful.
Comms check 152.
5-5.
Okay.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Right, 1-2, man the first two vehicles, driver and gunner. 1-1, mount up on them, and then there's a medical army just past them.
Okay. I'm.
Once you go red.
Who's 1-1 FTL?
That's me.
Me 1-2 FTL.
Okay, so you just want me to orbit the area or stay here by base, eh?
Yeah, so you can stay on channel 1, and then you can go into an orbit, but stay at least 800 meters above the ground, and then just sort of follow us in and see if you can see anything specific.
All right.
Like especially look out for forces or technicals and things moving on us. If
Gotcha.
you can see it. If you can't see anything, that's fine. You can just keep orbiting. In case we call you in.
Orbiting you, I presume?
So what you can
Or
do,
orbiting base?
no, you're gonna basically orbit the AO.
The AO. Okay.
Unless you take, if you see you take fire, increase your altitude. So if you take small arms fire, that thing's pretty. It can take quite a lot of fire, but obviously they can always get a lucky shot off on you.
I should probably get my flares button bound.
Yeah, but you're not going to take any. It won't help for small arms fire, obviously, and there's no anti-aircraft.
Oh, okay.
So just you can pretty much orbit the whole AO. So you can draw a circle around the whole area of operations, and then orbit it. That thing's pretty fast. You can get anywhere within a few seconds.
Okay, so all AO is including Al Qaeda.
The whole thing, yeah. But obviously, don't go. It's really important that you stay low and don't go too low and bust that. Buzz the town or anything like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, AI is not good at picking up high things, but Imre, if you go.
From 1-2, you can start manning the vehicles. 1-1, when you're ready, we can board the vehicles and get the convoy lined up.
Wrong net.
1-1, Roger.
Sorry.
I was on 1-5 on the 152.
He called you on 343.
Ah, sorry.
Like, yeah, so exactly. Just remember, that if you're traveling low, you're going fast. If you're traveling high, you can go slower.
Okay.
Zoltan, take the first.
But in
vehicle. I'll
general,
with you.
like,
Igor, you take the second
a
one.
couple of hundred meters altitude and at least 1
take the
kph,
driver.
and you're not going to get hit by small arms
As I
fire.
asked you
Perfect.
now, what must I do in that vehicle?
Back.
Well, good luck, guys.
Just
Right, 1-2. Just call out who's going to be driver and gunner in each vehicle.
I can't do anything out of code. What must I do in the second vehicle?
call out your vehicles moving.
2-3 moving.
Copy, guys, right. You'll only trigger them if you're very low, so you shouldn't have. It's probably where the ambush is.
Victor 1, rear check 152. Victor 2, radio check 152.
Victor, ready to 55.
So, technically both drivers are supposed to be on the vehicle racks.
Yep.
He says he is, but I'm just going to direct him how to do it. Over.
If you need to stop and sort it out, stop now and sort it out first.
Copy that. Just give us squared 1.
Victor 1, radio check.
Victor 1, okay. We've swapped out one of 1-1's members into the driver's seat.
Victor 2 is still okay, I imagine.
No, Victor's good. Vic 1, yeah, we need Vic 1, Dragon 1's members to be the dismount element. So I need Dragon 2 FTL to either take the wheel or give the driver the GPS. Alright, sure, I'll hand over my device into the vehicle inventory.
So I think
this is Vic 1 heading out, ready to head out, over.
Copy, Vic 1, I can roll it.
Vic 1 moving.
Vic 2 moving.
Vic 3 moving.
Setting speed to 50 kph.
Copy, 50. Vic-1 old convoy, yes, let's see if we can get an eye on them.
Vic-1 coming up to QRP.
Yeah, Vic-1 hold.
Vic-1 holding.
Okay, are we doing a dismount?
Negative. I actually wanted to hold a little bit back, but I don't think they heard my call. Let's creep up so that we can see over this hill, this defilade in front of us. Set Vic-1 and 2, we're going to do line abreast, line left. Let's just sneak up until we can see over this crest in front of us.
You guys are doing hold down over there.
AFM, yeah, so Vic-1, did you copy me? Hold down facing the ambush area, over.
Copy that. Vic-1 copies, moving to facing the area, over.
Victor moving.
And I imagine we're not dismounting first for expedience.
Yeah, I just wanted to get just like 50 meters ahead, and then we can dismount there, over. Vic-1, just move about 50 meters, hold down to that crest, and then we can dismount the troops there.
Vic-1 copies, moving to crest, over.
I don't actually crest, stop before you crest.
Roger that. Vic-1 stopping.
I dismount.
Let's go to hide position, dismount troops, then hold down.
Copy that. So yeah, this is hide, so dismount troops, we are hold down at the moment. But we're still in hide. Gunner, can you see anything?
Zoltan.
This is 1-1. I'm hearing shots fired through 314 to 330.
Copy. Vix, move up forward until the gunners have eyes on any possible enemies.
Vic-1 copies, moving up. We have a sighting 324, very far. Over.
Dragon 1, this one is. Any Dragon elements with reinforcements at base? Ghost Rider coming for
Dragon
reinforcements.
5, coming for 1-2, over. We are calling Dragon 5, over.
This is Dragon 1-1.
Radio check from base.
I need a sitrep back from base. How many reinforcements we are? I am 4 man strong. My CO is KA as is my squad leader.
A radio check, Ghost Rider. We have 3 reinforcements at base, wait 1 out. Exiler Ghost Rider, can you relay to Dragon Forces to the front that there's 4 reinforcements at base, over? All the officers are probably dead as well. Well, NCOs.
Same for 1-2, over. One two is holding at Vic 1. We currently have a CO as well as I think our one is held down. So 1-1 has taken over command. Roger that. Do you want us to go and fix it, or is Ghost Rider going to pick them up? Over.
Ghost Rider, have message over.
This is 1-1. I'm sending back
to Sherman that
for you in the RP. 1-1 is holding a forward position. RP attempt to draw attention to the enemy. However, it sounds like the UN forces are.
Central 1-2, over. Original 1 actual is KIA. 1-1 is taken over as actual, as far as my knowledge goes, before I left the AO, over. Roger that, we're going to pick up the reinforcements even though there's lots of vehicles at the base.
And over. Doesn't make much sense because they won't will fit. Units, this is 1-1. We have moved up northwest of ORP-1, established firing positions over Chuwari. Enemy forces have pushed into the town and appear to have taken out most of the garrison. Yes. One actual coming for 1-2, over. Anyone from 1-1, do you copy, over? Roger that if you can. I'd like to know whether one actual is up, Sherman is up, or whether somebody is taking his place, over. One actual, do you read for 1-2, over? This is 1-1, send over. Roger that, just wanted to know if you're still up. Just one was worried that you... Say again, over. Big one is returning to the AO, over. With reinforcements in tow. One actual, this is 1-1, do you read, over?
You are 1 actual, over.
No, I'm 1-1, I've just been promoted, that's all.
Yeah, well, 1 actual is dead, so you are 1 actual.
1 actual. But if you keep using the 1 actual call sign, it is going to confuse me.
1 actual, 1 actual. 1 actual is dead, so you are 1 actual.
But if you keep using the 1 actual call sign, it is going to confuse me. 1 actual. 1 actual is dead, so you are 1 actual. 1 actual is dead, so you are 1 actual. 1 actual is dead, so you are 1 actual. 1 actual is dead, so you are 1 actual. 1 actual is dead, so you are 1 actual. 1 actual is dead, so you are 1 actual. 1 actual is dead, so you are 1 actual. 1 actual is dead, so you are 1 actual. 1 actual is dead, so you are 1 actual. 1 actual is dead, so you are 1 actual. 1 actual is dead, so you are 1 actual. 1 actual is dead, so you are 1 actual. 1 actual is dead, so you are 1 actual. 1 actual is dead, so you are 1 actual. 1 actual is dead, so you are 1 actual. Okay, so reinforcements, one actual, you're gonna move up to grid 097-155 on the south end of a low hill. Establish with us and help us move in to clean up the bodies in Chiwari.
Copy, we're on our movement way now.
Victor moving out. Vic 1 moving. Victor, lead the way, over.
Victor moving out. Which vehicle am I following?
Can you see one in front of you?
I'm following a vehicle. I don't know which one it is.
Fine, just follow that.
Alright, get those gun Humvees, hold down. I want you pointed towards the town. Northwest, northwest. No, most of them have been killed on both sides, so that the remainder are already in town, so we have to rush from the hill as we head into town. Victors, you may switch sides onto the opposite slope in order to go hold down facing to the south if you need to. 1-1 Bravo, join us. Dragon Actual, I'm taking my fire team in, starting to clear out the town. One reinforcement back at base.
One actual coming from 120.
Yeah, so there's one actual, but the reinforcements are here. Are you calling me?
Copy that. So, does 1-1 become 1 actual, or 1-1 AR, or does 1-2 take actual over?
Yeah, so whoever is left in 1-1 is now 1 actual.
Copy that. 1-1 AR, is that you, Sanya? Over.
How's it look up there?
Not much to see. Jeez, I see what you mean with Ghost Rider being completely different versus DCS.
Say again?
The view in Arma.
Yeah, it's just with DCS you're looking potentially hundreds of miles, whereas in Arma you're at best looking 10 kilometers, and usually that's halfway across the map.
Yeah.
So yeah, it really does have a massive effect.
I see you guys can't hear anything from this base, so I was trying to relay the message and all, but didn't work.
Yeah, with the short range, you just can't seem to get the power from it. But I could hear you, but you kept referring to me as one actual, so I was getting very confused.
Well, weren't you one actual? Cause
technically yes, but I was also originally called sign 1-1.
Oh yeah, true. Because I was actually calling for you. Because everyone was at base, so whoever was one actual was what I was referring to. Yeah.
Yeah, so we started clearing through the town, which as it turns out was the right thing to do because the town was overrun as I predicted.
Yeah.
So we took out at least 2 individuals on the outside. I grabbed my gun and moved forward to clear because fire team leader is supposed to do that. And unfortunately, the guy around the corner shot first. Honestly, a good way to die for a ZA member.
Nice. Yeah, it's pity though.
To be honest, it's a good way to die, so I don't mind. And that's how you want to die playing Arma, is in the fight.
What do you think of my landing?
Nice and clean.
Get this Chinook is extremely powerful, so not used to it. First time I actually flown it.
It is. Armor helicopters are either very powerful or pathetically weak.
That's accurately put.
Like in DCS, you can at least get a feel for the flight model most of the time and get a grasp of how you expect a helicopter to perform. As long as you're aware of the weight carrying. Like a fully loaded Apache with full fuel is a heavy boy.
Yeah, I actually tried that today by taking everything off, including the fuel down to 50%, just so I can practice flying the thing.
Yeah.
Once I got the flying handle on it, I figured I should remap the main trim key to one that's more accessible, because otherwise it's awkward to trim and or constantly move a 6-way joystick around. I mean, it's one thing for a 4-way, but the moment you've got 2 extra, trimming the Apache is a nightmare. I'm contemplating just putting you in the Chinook with me, and then we can just sit up there, but I don't know if they'll like the idea.
I'm just waiting for comms at this point.
By the way,
it looks like... Yeah?
Why is the valve on the top?
It's a... Sorry, what?
Why is that valve on the top?
What, the fuel bladder? I have no idea. I don't know how fuel bladder design works, to be honest.
It's quite interesting.
If I have to guess from an ergonomic standpoint, it means that the valve is least likely to leak when it's on top rather than along the side.
They probably got a pipe going down to the bottom.
Well, again, sorry. Again, I have no idea. I have no experience with fuel bladders.
It works just like a normal bladder. If there's a leak, it's gonna flow. Alrighty.
And if it's rotten, you're in deep shit.
Oof. Okay, so if Chawari is cleared, then they should be heading back here now.
They are still clearing through from what I can see on C-Tab. Going to the north side, probably looking for... Sorry. For survivors, of which they probably won't find many. After we took that RPG round at RP1 and we lost the first vehicle, basically the majority of the enemy force managed to successfully enter the town, and looks like they destroyed most of the enemy force. Had we not taken that round from the RPG, we could have probably distracted the enemy and caught them in the open.
I mean, the reason I brought ORP1 up in the mission briefing is the road coming out of the airport is a much quicker reaction to Chawari than ORP1 is currently.
Yeah, I think the plan with RP1 was to counter-ambush the enemy rather than to drive directly to reinforce the UN position.
But they were overrun.
In hindsight, yeah. Well, again, they probably wouldn't have been overrun if we the enemy. So the thinking was still sound, in my opinion.
Had they pushed through instead of stopped? Because I recall on the radio somebody stopped. And then I saw smoke.
Yeah, I got orders from Convoy Command to stop. Yeah, that was an instruction from Convoy Command to hold at a waypoint. That wasn't a chance contact followed by a push through. Literally, one guy crept up on us from the north with an RPG, opened fire, and put a round into the vehicle behind me. Like I heard the distinct whistling, and it was just like, oh shit. Like, at this point, am I close enough to the vehicle to get injured? And I was not, thankfully.
Well, I guess that's an example of how not to ambush an ambush.
We got counter ambushed by one dude in an RPG. We found him and actually killed the guy as well, thankfully.
What was his name on the dog tag?
I didn't bother checking. I had more important things to worry about. So yeah. At that point, once I started getting my shit together, trying to figure out who was alive, who was dead, and eventually figure out I was in command, then I basically I ordered the car back to get reinforcements, and I elected to take my team up to try and make the way to Chawari while we could still rescue somebody, or at least hopefully rescue somebody, because we could still hear the occasional rounds. So we did move up successfully and start drawing attention from the enemy, but it's just a question of whether it was actually enough, because it looks like the entire UN force was wiped out.
Well, if you want, I can just quickly go drop you off. Wouldn't normally happen in a mission night, but this isn't a mission night.
No, I'll wait for orders like normal. We were trying to simulate a mission night here, so the whole bit is to keep it realistic to how we would handle that situation. So if we don't get instructions back for reinforcements, or we don't get a vehicle coming back to get us, then we wait it out.
True that. Well, I can do you one solid. I can go get up high enough and see if they want you to come in as a healer and then vehicle with you.
Yeah, you can act as a relay up there. It'll probably help. I'll just wait here by the helipad.
Cool. Interesting. Cargo ropes from the front.
Ghost Rider, radar check for Vic 3, or Vic 2. The Ghost Rider, do you have any comms with reinforcements at base? Copy. Last command from 1-1 was for the reinforcements to drive up to our location with one of the spare vehicles. If you can just relay that, please.
Wait on that, Exada, wait.
Send it to Ghost Rider, over.
What? Now, Exada?
Copy out.
Yes, Exile, relaying the message, please pick up Sherman from base. Him to our location at Chuari. An LC on the map on the GPS.
I'm aboard.
Right.
I don't like the fact that oh no, that's the rad alt. But I don't like the fact it's spinning madly.
Exile, your landing zone is marked at 0755. It's wide and clear, some trees nearby, there's friendlies in the town and no enemies nearby. Blue smoke marks the LZ.
So we could have caught these guys not here amongst the rubble. But because of the RPG, we had our opportunity cut short. To an extent, yes. I think it's a question of what we should have done differently. Should we have chosen better defensive terrain, etc.?
Exilers, stay on the ground.
Stay on the ground, they're
POWs
loading
into
up
your helicopter.
they're loading up POWs to us.
Exiler, can you rotate the chopper 180 degrees be quicker for us? Also, are there any more?
Exiler, you can dust off, and Exiler, you can dust off and hold in a holding pattern above the town.
On actual, this is 11 and 152, unable to reach you on 343. What are our current orders, over?
Wait one, we are just planning how to get to the town.
Roger that. We are in Vic 1, to the southwest of the town, over.
CEO said wait one.
Waiting.
Roger, who are you relaying from? Over. You can relay from the voice in your head, it's fine. He knows quite a lot.
Coming to you. Vic 1 is ready, over.
Vic 3 ready?
Vic 1 copies, moving out.
Nathania, you were talking to the Vics of a 343. I don't know if that was intentional.
Oh, I'll switch to the 152 and switch speaking to the Vics.
Vic 3 moving. So Victor 3 did turn right earlier.
Vic 1, we're going off to the off-road.
Vic 1 going off-road on towards Overwatch 1, over.
Copy.
Vic 1 holding at Overwatch 1, over.
Vic 3 holding behind hill, out.
Mount here and see if we can see anything of the town.
Roger that, moving to hold, Vic 1 moving to hold down position, over.
Yeah, so
On 112, if you check your maps, I've drawn a new path to Overwatch 2 that should have direct sight of the town. We're going to go around north of the town to get there. Moving out. Copy. Remember, guys, we're going to drive up behind the hill, not up the front of it, so turn right, I think, run back. Big one, turn to the right of it. Don't flash your ass to the enemy, they'll shoot us. Victor 3 in high position behind the hill house.
Ghost Rider, this is 1-2, orders alive, over. We're currently moving to Overwatch 3, from where we will assault the town, over. Roger that. We don't see any infantry up at the moment. Big one out. Big one copies, over.
Big 2's in position. Big 1, move up.
Big one moving, over.
Victor 1 jumped the gun over there. Downing Overwatch.
I kept in a 50 meter Overwatch, running Overwatch range, over.
Traveling, it wasn't traveling Overwatch, it was bounding Overwatch.
Roger that.
1 copy. Vic 2 copies. Vic 2 is Overwatch. Tanya, do you want me to stay with the other vehicle? Because I think the guy's alone.
Well, actually, this is 112. We have left Big 1, and you want us to join you, over.
I'll be leaving Big 2 to do Overwatch, and everyone else should come with us.
You want us to drive Big 1 down towards the town with you, over?
So, Vic...
Negative, I need to dismount and come join us on foot. Big 2 will provide Overwatch.
Vic 2, this is 1-2. One Actual wants you to drive up to the town and join us for CQC, over.
Yeah, driver for that Victor is on the way. Oh, should I need to...
Vic 2, we are currently to your east, over.
We just need to fetch a medical Humvee as well, so we're just gonna need to go back and fetch that quickly.
Vic 2 coming for 1-2, over.
I don't think Victor's is the 152, but I can relay. Actually, no, I can't relay.
Just gonna do a flyby for them quick.
Ghost Rider, do you see any thing in the town? Ghost Rider, do you see anything in the town? Can you call out which sector they're in? Can you see the markings on the map? Copy.
Okay.
Ghost Rider, timestamp 0853, red smoke, enemy. Over.
Copy.
Rock Alpha is clear, over. to copy.
Actual Ghost Rider.
And
I've confirmed that the southernmost marker has the majority of the enemy in what looks to be a bunker. Over.
copy, received.
Ghost Rider, do you copy?
Send.
Got reinforcements back at base. 3.
Roger, relaying message. Actual Ghost Rider. Or whoever's one actual. Ghost Rider Dragon 1. Anyone in Dragon 1 still up?
Sanya, I'm still up. I'm just treating.
Roger, you've got 3 reinforcements back at base. Over.
Copy that. Ghost Rider, can you please go and fetch the reinforcements from base?
Solid copy. Going to fetch your reinforcements out. Ward?
Hey, Exotic.
Yep.
You're flying this like a pro, man. Well done.
Ultron is still trying to get in. Give a second.
Roger, roger.
Ultron in.
All in?
All in.
Who's on?
Okay, testing off.
We need a left gunner, guys. Exotic, have you flown the Chinook before?
Nope, this is my first time.
Oh, well done, buddy.
Thanks.
I think that's probably one of the most difficult ones to fly, or not.
The power is easy, but yeah, it is actually very easy.
Okay.
It can be, what do you say, deceiving.
Yeah. I haven't flown it, to be honest. Bit easier than the Apache, eh?
One click out.
Copy.
In our cockpit.
Ghost Rider, Dragon 1, one click out. I will drop the reinforcements.
The reinforcements?
We'll drop the reinforcements to the west of town as you entered. Over.
Copy.
I think we were clearing Charlie before.
Yeah, I can't see where you guys cleared.
Where's the vehicles? The ride.
That was odd.
Get up.
Everyone up?
Exotic, just watch out, you've got a tree to your left, but you're fine.
Okay, Ghost Rider does so.
Son, Exiler, just land the chopper anywhere outside the town. We are at Blue Smoke, so just closest there, and we're gonna end it over here.
Copy.
Wow, Exiler, you knocked down a tree and landed on a wall.
Okay, where is Sherman now,
Usually do.
Mr. M?
Saw them just disappear here.
I can legally do exactly.
Hello.
How's it?
Okay, it's everyone, right?
Did you get Naru as well?
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm here.
Cool.
I moved the chopper just out here. Where is it? Here. So I think we can in front of the blue smoke. There we go. I'll take a picture. It's fine.
Why does it always hover? I saw the other one the other
sorry,
night as well.
to the left, to the southwest of the blue smoke, so I can see you. Well, actually, let me just see. Yeah, no, I won't be able to see you inside the blue smoke. Just come out of this blue smoke this side. There we go. There we go. So just in the edges of the blue smoke. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
If you wanted me to land here, I could have.
Cool J, you're leaning.
Okay. Yeah, Cool J, you're blocking Eagle's face. Very rude of you.
And you're leaning.
Yeah.
How's your first?
Darling, remember we
Okay.
don't do confined landings with the Chinook.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay, so I don't want to take too long, too many different things, but I just want to say, early on, there was this is why I prefer having completely separate units manned vehicles. So there's no ambiguity as to who's driving, who's whatever. Separate, and also have the have the roles like clearly defined of the thing. And the other thing is, once you take casualties, it's not a problem to take a tactical pause and reorganize if you have to redistribute roles, make sure you know who's command, because if everyone's roles are clearly defined, you know who's doing what, then it reduces the cognitive load on the command and makes things go more smoothly. I know what you guys think?
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah. And then in terms of over here, so it's Sonya's first time COing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. High
I haven't
missions
even
are
done
great.
it yelling, so yeah.
Fire.
Don't worry, I was once a private who got thrown up to CO as well.
Yeah. So, in terms of getting the town to CQC, I mean, there was a glitch guy in the ground over there. How did Sherman now? How did you guys die?
We saw a guy's leg sticking out a door, and both of us like scoped in on him to shoot him, and his buddy came around the back of the house.
Yeah, so both of them rushed us simultaneously, but we were both trying to precision aim at what was exposed of this one guy. We were basically on top of each other in a fatal funnel. So the second guy came round with the AKM and basically pumped rounds into both of us, killing us almost instantly.
So the AI, especially the Lamb's AI, isn't actually supposed to stay static. So it's not safe to just move to a building to clear it and not get flanked or whatever. That's why you good?
He wasn't on our flank. He was on our front, but we were
we were scoped in, so we had tunnel vision on the guy we were trying to sort of.
Yeah, we became target fixated, and so a guy came around the corner and knocked us both because we were standing in roughly the same position.
We should have almost sort of nominated and said, okay, I'll go on this one, and the other guy should have covered macro terrain.
Yes,
it was sort of a spur of the moment thing. This guy needs to die now. I think the main thing that we should have done differently was our positioning.
Also, we were because his leg was sticking out, and I took a couple of shots on his leg, and then he rushed out the door, and I opened up on him, and at exactly the same time, his buddy came around the back of the building.
Exactly.
So
to our 10 o'clock.
Yeah, this is why I like doing one thing at a time, because it also allows in urban CQC you have to have a lot of eyes looking around and max overlapping security and all that stuff. So you want more guys concentrated in an area in order to provide effective security.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know. Is there anything else you guys want to add?
We should have maybe moved from the north to the south together as a group. Or what would you suggest?
The problem with the reason I was a bit backseat COing for Sonia there.
Yeah.
But the problem with the northeast, you want to initially get eyes on far away from the town. So remember, you want to be in effective range of your gun, but out of the effective range of them. So at Hill 29, it was actually good to get a look at the initial parts of the town. You couldn't see the whole town, but you can see all the way up to town and overwatch all the way to the approach.
Yes.
And
yes, now I'm saying more for infantry movement when we were at the town.
Yeah, so infantry. Oh yeah, when you're at the town, infantry movement. I guess it's good. I don't know if we focused too much on it because we never had a chance to clear the whole town anyway. We didn't have time.
I think for the most part, our fire team level movement in CQC was pretty good. I feel like the main areas where we were let down was our Overwatch in the earlier section when we took the RPG, as well as our ability to rapidly reorganize.
Also, there was a communication thing because Sherman, we were wanting to suggest that we take a Humvee, but we never had a gap to do so. By the time I checked on the Blueforce tracker, the other Humvee was already on the way back.
Yeah, because we had 4 reinforcements and a Humvee ready to go, but we couldn't get orders to go.
Yeah, I was undergoing basically trying to process things, so I was still mentally processing myself as 1-1 rather than one actual, which is why orders weren't getting through initially. So I essentially just micro-processed the initial situation we had when we were at ORP1. I told the vehicle, go back, sort out the reinforcements, and then I took the team forward because I was also hearing the UN forces basically getting massacred, so I tried to mobilize my team to intervene if we could.
Yeah. No,
Phoenix, on our first approach, would it have been better to come in from the rear of the friendly forces and reinforce them than trying to flank?
Yeah, I mean,
because I honestly didn't expect to take. Did we take 5 from our right?
Yes, we took 5 from the north. A lone guy with an RPG. We also found and killed him when he decided to approach us.
Yeah, I mean, technically, I mean, you do flank if you're basically being overwatched by a friendly element, or something like that. I mean, this is probably hindsight, but I didn't really plan anything too much, but probably like a arc like that, and then use this hill line to control the area. So that's probably more of a classic approach, I think. So safer one.
And that had a perfect first shot.
So I mean, that guy.
That guy with the RPG, the first one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can't guess where they're going to be, really.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe we'll sneak up behind him and shoot him with the 50 cals. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there are lots of hills that you can do bounding overwatch from and see the guys. I mean, if you're going into contact, then you do have to use the vehicles and do clear bounding overwatch systematically. Yeah. So I think, and I think that's kind of it. Anyone else wants to add anything? Cool. Well, so Zoltan, how do you find Zoltan's first mission?
Very
really
This
busy.
was quite good.
It was, yes.
Very surprising.
Remember, how the mission plays also depends on how we play it. It's not just how the
Yes.
Vicar makes it. Zoltan, how did you do the surrendering AI enemy things?
There's a script you can put in. So as soon as a team is below a certain number, then they will surrender.
Oh, nice.
That's
cool.
cool.
You must share that in.
I'll do that.
Not sure if you're in the scripting snippets, but.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think, yeah, then thanks now for sharing it. So.
For 2 minutes.
Well, at least you're the first to die, so you took responsibility for your.
Like I said, I drove into that RPG on purpose so that the other guys can get some chance to see her.
I was suggesting to No and Sherman, like corporals should take a bit more FTL roles in training missions or training nights.
Yeah, that's normally what we do. Like try to push lower
we must rotate.
We did sort of have a quiet period, but that was mainly because everybody had advanced to sergeant at that point.
Yeah. So yeah. So well, you suddenly got to see us. That's good. Oops. Okay. So I think that's it. I'm just gonna end it then.
Channel switched. User joined your channel. User joined your channel. Joined your channel. User joined your channel. User joined your channel.
Go one again.
User joined your channel.
Number 1.
Hey guys, you want to hear something funny?
User joined your channel.
Yeah.
So I was sending a WhatsApp message, you know, the ones that you do with a voice today.
Yeah.
And I sent it to somebody, and I actually ended up with over. You're playing too much Arma and DCS when you in the WhatsApp message with over.
It's not as bad as the one time that I actually tried to zoom in with my eyes to see further.
So after I got my glasses, I was doing that for real.
You shouldn't pedal shift your car if you don't have pedal shifters as well. I did that 2 Sundays ago. I'm like, where's my gears? Yeah.
Limiter.
I'll tell you one thing though. What's really handy in real life: pieing your corners to make sure you don't walk into people.
At work.
Okay, so I think there's not too much to add. Zoltan, I just want to know. So I'll put you on the missions officer. Also, I'll show you how to make a ward and everything. So when do you want to make your first mission? Because I think this Sunday would be me technically, because now you were last Sunday, right? Or was it one before that?
I think mine was one before that.
Oh, okay.
I was last Sunday.
Yeah. So then this Sunday would be me. Zoltan, when do you want to do your first?
Like the next one then.
I mean, you can do it this Sunday if you want, but that depends on you. What do you want?
I've got a really hectic week. I don't think I'm going to get to making a mission.
Okay, so I'll set you up for next one then.
Okay, then I'll take the 9. No, 10. What? Yes, I'm looking at the wrong place.
Cool.
That 10.
So it's just think that the QRF mission, because I was also planning on doing a QRF mission this Sunday as well. All right. I think that's it. Anyone else wants to add anything?
No, just once, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, it was fun.
Thanks.
Cool. Thanks for coming, guys. Dismissed.
Ciao.
Cheers.
Cheers all.
Cheers.
Cheers.
User